That is silver price in US dollars on the daily scale. The situation is very interesting. It's becoming quite interesting as it is showing that it's reaching critical level of support here. And for now, it is holding above that support, and it should be clear to you what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the support right here. Okay, also in the case of gold, we are looking at gold sitting on very, very important support. The big question is, are we going to see continuation of this deterioration? Yes, that began all the way back from the spike trap that we had here. I think there's a fair chance, yeah. I think there's a fair chance it's going to continue to deteriorate. Whether we take this as 1 or A, 2 or B, and that is our first leg that's now messing up with the tiny corrective phase. You know I'm right, you know we are on the right track. Of course, if it comes back and it breaks under the low registered here, just above 16, okay, then we go into quite a big panic, if you like. It'll almost certainly break 15.6, and it will continue lower. That's going to generate quite a bit of shakeout in the precious metals and will shock quite a lot of people. I think the chances that this will play out, the chances are looking quite good. And now I want to go to the 60 minutes and we'll examine the structure on the hourly scale. There is a slight doubt as to where the first leg, yeah, or the flow, if you like, that started here, where it ended in terms of the wave structure. Ended here or here. You see, it makes a difference here, because if it ended here, we could argue that we have an A, B, C complete right here, and in fact it is going to start the week most likely with a break through this level, reaching towards the floor, and kiss goodbye. It's going to a 3 of 3. It's going to plunge hard. Okay. If it doesn't do that and it's quiet, let's say we have one session that is relatively quiet most of the session, and then it begins to pop its head above this level, then it's quite likely that the first leg actually ended here and not here. So can you imagine this? This is U1, and that turns into UA. Instead of A ending here, that will be UA, and then you have an A, B, C, D, E, like that. That's UB. The B migrates. That's UB, and then you have UC, like that, A, B, C. And it's going to go back towards the previous, you have some resistance level right here at 16.8, 16.9, yeah, that will look perfectly normal. I wouldn't want to see it rising above 17, settling above 17, that'll be too much strength. Although technically it's not going to kill my bearish wave count. In order to kill my bearish wave count, it's got to rise above this level. 17.35, okay, but if it rises like that, like I'm showing you, there is, as I said, a bit of resistance here. Let's say it stops between 16.85 to 17, yeah, and then it begins to sink back, and it sinks under 16.6, 16.55. You know what it is? It's coming down. It's going to go down by a lot. It's very likely to go down and break 16 and plunge hard. Okay, so this is the analysis that I have currently concerning silver. Now, here's gold. That is the 60 minutes of gold. I think it's better first, let's jump to the daily. So you will see I was talking about support, and it is sitting on important support right now. And you can see it so clearly here on the daily. Look, there are a lot of things in play here. First of all, do you see the 200 moving average? That is my 200 moving average, and you can see what it's doing, and you can see that the 200 moving average coincides with horizontal support that goes back for quite a while. Do you see this area right here? It's not very complicated, and you can see, of course, the line, and this line is not just it doesn't simply jump, it's there for a reason. It's been built on other things. So you've got so many things here, and of course you got the channel going down, and it hit the other side of this channel coming down. Do you see the channel? So there, as I say, there are a lot of things here that are holding gold for the moment. Now, I must tell you very clearly that if it does come down this coming week and it breaks through 1300, essentially breaking through the bottom here, and it closes under that, that will be massively bearish. Yeah, massively bearish. I think that it will be quite a trigger, sending a signal to potentially reach 1240, that it might reach 1240. Yes, it's not going to happen in 2-3 days. But this is basically the structure that I'm seeing here. Now, the dilemma that we have in gold is whether we are dealing here with a fourth wave, or whether we are supposed to treat the entire drop that began from here as having ended right here, which would put it on the same path, if you like, the same structure that we have unfolding in the case of silver. Okay, things vary a bit. We were talking about the forex pairs that do have similar structure to the precious metals. You remember the Australian dollar, US dollar. We have currently 3 days of essentially corrective price action that suggests further lows coming. Also there, we have looked at quite a few pairs. All in all, I feel reasonably confident that this is not the bottom in gold. I can never guarantee anything, nothing is in my hands, but what I see here is that is likely corrective, and at some point weakness is going to overcome, is going to become the stronger side. The bear is going to become the stronger side, definitely enough to completely break the support that we have here. Let us have a look now at the 60 minutes. We have a nice challenge coming down here. You can see it touched this channel several times. Okay, and now it reached a bit of, as I said, strong support, and it's holding now for the last few days. But the price action here is undeniably corrective. And as I said to you, I have a bit of a dilemma where the fourth wave, the way I'm putting it here, is not ideal, but it's not impossible. So yeah, we can work with this being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that'll give us 1. Do you see? So everything that is taking place here is basically second wave correction, which would then be classified as incredibly weak. Yeah, incredibly weak. Now, if I'm wrong, and the third wave that I designate as having ended here might have ended here or here, that keeps us in the same flow that began right from the top. Yeah, with this being essentially a fourth wave. Do you see? There is no need to agonize too much on that. This is going to be clarified by Mr. Market. All we need is, let's say, between 3 to 5 trading days, and the thing will be sorted out, in my opinion. But essentially, this is important, what's going on here. This is telling us that we are almost certainly gearing for further weakness. Yes, gold is sending us a message. The way I read it, if I read it right, is that this is corrective, this is suggestive of bearish price action almost certainly on the horizon. This is just one way of subdividing the 15-minute scale in gold, that being ABC, that being an ABC that delivers an X, that's an A, that's a B, that's a C, fine. We go down, we have again ABC, so that's an X, and that could potentially form another ABC like that, which would be similar to the structure I evoked in the case of the Australian dollar, US dollar. And if you remember, we were just talking about silver, that silver might go sideways a bit and then pop its head, and we could have the same thing here. Okay, so if that would be enough in terms of the correction, in the case of gold, ABC, X, ABC, X, ABC, then Tuesday, Wednesday, it's going to start sliding very seriously. It slides under the floor here, registered roughly at 1,301. It slides in an impulsive manner. You know what it is. You know that it is mighty bearish. Yeah, it's mighty bearish for gold. Gold is going to show us pretty panicky side of its character, and it's probably going to slide towards 1240, 1220. That's my reading of gold for now.